ultimately, you need people to like you. Because if people like you, you'll get more done. Life will be easier. Customers will be more friendly with you. Your colleagues will be more friendly with you. Everything in life happens if people like you. So, how do you get people to like you? You smile, maybe. It's not what I'm looking for, but it does help. What else? You make them laugh, yeah, that can help, but it's not necessarily what we're looking for. You give them what they want. So in order for people to like you, you've got to give them what they want. Number one way of getting people to like you. There's no quicker way of doing it. So if you want people to like you, what do you have to do first? If you want people to like you, then you have to like them first. Genuinely like them first. Because if someone likes you, how does that make you feel? Oh, yeah. Good. Ali G, Sacha Baron Cohen, should I say, when he has his character, you know Borat? Okay, so Borat gets into people's lives, opens them up and does whatever he wants to do. And how does he start it off? Hello, my name is Borat. Yak Shemesh, I like you. And people go, well, he can't be a bad judge of character. And they come in, see my life, ruin it, get cracking. Yak Shemesh, I like you, should do it. It's nice. Exactly. Like people first, because if you like somebody, they'll like you. If you trust somebody, are they more likely to trust you? Now, what are you going to do if someone says don't like you? How are you going to feel about that person? Okay, so you're going to be more wary, more defensive. And if someone says I'm not going to give you the answer to that, I'm going to be a bit... How does that make you feel? Oh, okay, so you get defensive with defensive people. But if you're open with people, appreciate you've got this situation, let me see if I can help you. How will they be? They'll be open. And all of this comes from them liking you, which comes from you liking them first. How do you like people? Well, you want to help them. You want to like people. And the reason you want to like people first isn't for their benefit, but it's for yours. Because if people like you, your life gets easier. Therefore, if you spend your time liking people, they'll like you back, which makes your life easier. How's that bad? It's only an upside on this. Don't be scared about people. Oh, no, they might reject me. Get out there, start liking people, stop being aggressive. This is the answer. Come on, world, like them first. If you like them first, they'll like you. This stops war, stops hate. We all went around liking each other, there would be no unhappiness. It's not simplistic. It is not a simplistic way of looking at things. This is how it works. But how you like people first, that's the hard thing. That's got to come from you. That's got to come from within your heart. You've got to want to help people, to give great customer service. You've got to have the emotional strength, the imagination, the personal power, the desire to be a positive force by liking people first, by liking them so they like you. And that's the positivity rolls on. They're very passionate about this because it's very important, particularly in customer service. Now let's look at standards. Telephone, office facilities, personal appearance, and face-to-face contact. Telephone standards. Answer the phone in 3 rings. Not 5, not 7, 3. Correct salutation. That means having a standard way of answering the phone. Not hello mate, or Smith & Co, or yes, as I've heard before, but good afternoon, Smith & Co, Tracy speaking, how may I help you? Or Smith & Co, Tracy speaking, how may I help you? Call transfer correctly. Don't just go, if someone just says, can I speak to Mr. Davis please? Don't go, put it through, say 1 moment, I'll see if he's available. Would it be alright to hold for a second? Dial a smile. Be happy. Because you can hear it in your voice. A smiling voice pushes further, it's got more brightness, it's lighter. Oh, hello. It's voices coming from the back, whereas here at the front it's bright. Be polite. Ask people, may I put you on hold? Can I put this on speaker? Can I transfer you to a different department? Basics. Give your name. Get theirs. Good afternoon, Smith & Co. Tracy speaking. May I ask who's calling? Just general politeness. And what you're saying is, hi, I like you. Nice to meet you. Verbal handshake. Take a correct message. If a customer says, can you leave a message for Peter? Certainly. Would you mind while I get a pen and make some notes and so I can take it down correctly? Take the details of the message and say, right, so what you want me to do is tell Peter X, Y, Z. Is that correct? Fantastic. I'll pass that on. Thank you very much. My name is Tracy. Return calls promptly. Make sure you ring people back. Don't forget. Put a little bit of effort in. You'll get much more out if you do. Let's look at office facilities. Tidy desk. Tidy office. Doesn't take a lot. Make it tidy. Because if you have a tidy, professional looking office and a customer comes in, what does it say about your organisation? And conversely, if you have a messy desk and a messy office, what's it saying about your business? Not good, let's put it that way. Toilets, or the rest area, should I say. Clean. Whether you have an area where customers wait for you. Don't have old chairs, have a nice sofa. Make it pleasant. Spotless toilet facilities. I mean, this sounds obvious. But if you have customers come into your office and they have to go to a really disgusting toilet area, what does it say about how you run your business? You can't be bothered. If you can't be bothered to keep the toilets clean, what about the rest of it? Let's look at personal appearance, good grooming, and personal attire. Now, people might say this is a bit boring, but I'm a great believer in shirt and tie in professional business within my company. Everyone wears shirt and tie. Whether they're a software developer, salesperson, customer service, whatever, they wear and look the part. Maybe if you have a large team of customer service agents and they wear polo shirts, then you get them company polo shirts, a uniform or whatever. Pride in how you look is important. Makes you work harder. When General Montgomery took over the British 8th Army in the Second World War, the very first thing he did, and this army had been destroyed by Rommel, it was in pieces. The very first thing he did was get them on clothing and emergency detail drill. And he got them to get their pride back in how they behaved and how they performed. They started to look good. And when they started to look good, they started to feel good. And when they got their pride back, they became an effective fighting force again. Now, I'm not saying we're going to war, but if you are all proud of how you look and everyone's smart, then that gives it a better feeling and a more positive energy. Personal hygiene, it's a must. Smelly people are not good for the office. If you've got a particularly smelly person, then broach it with your manager or broach it with them directly in a very subtle and assertive manner, not aggressive. Because nothing's worse than someone that can't be bothered. Tidy hair and general appearance. If someone comes in they haven't washed, or they haven't looked like they've washed, it gives a bad vibe to the office. And if that's the case, then that means that you can walk around slovenly, which means that almost you can perform slovenly. There's no need for it and it's not acceptable. Good. Face-to-face contact. First of all, smile. Look happy. Listen to people. Actively listen. Really know what's going on. Use the customer's name. Whether it's face-to-face or on the telephone. Always use their name. I want you to perform and behave with good manners and etiquette. Don't just tromp around the office being a bore and just saying, make me a coffee, do this, do that. If you're a manager, you're not going to get the best out of people. And then lastly, always use positive language. Appreciate you're really busy, however, this is the situation. Use things like the assertive model. That's fantastic, great, let's do this. And if you're dealing with letting people down, say, I understand that you want this to happen, what I can do is this. As opposed to, no, you can't have that, you can only have that. That's negative. Well, what I can do is this. Very much talking the positive. Good.